Coach gets to the podium, we'll go ahead and start with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions. So start when you're ready, Coach.
All right. Well, that's our North, that's for sure. That's Gopher football. From the weather, late November, to the style that we played with. I'm really, really proud of our team for the response and the resolve from last week. What we did tonight's what we're expected to do, how we're expected to play. Complementary football, offense, defense, special teams, field position battles. Ending the game on offense, 4-minute drill. I thought our guys played their hearts out. And the axe stays in Minneapolis, and I'm proud to say that. And I go back 9 years ago when Mark Coyle hired me, and I said this in front of our team because I think it's really important. And I asked a lot of fans and administration and donors and boosters and people that I met. I said, what do you want most? I said, just beat Wisconsin. And, 4 of the last 5-4 in 9 years. And that's one game. I get that. But when you look at what we're doing, you continue to change and elevate the standard and the expectation of the program. I said that earlier in the year. That doesn't mean it's going to happen because you have a high standard. Everybody has a high standard. Look around the country. But we're striving for that every single day that we're here. Our coaches are working their tail ends off to create that for everybody. Our fans, our administration, our players, the experiences and moments and memories. And I told them, I said, go create your own moment and memory. Before the game, I said, go create your moment and memory. Unitedly, as a united team, as a united front, go create it. Because what we had in the past, that's not this team's moment and memory. Create your own moment and memory. And they did just that. And they played exactly to a T, the game plan. From field position to the way we played to what we were going to have to do on offense to how we were going to have to play on defense. We talked about we were going to have to be +3 in the turnover battle. We were. We took advantage of our takeaways. But to respond off the hard loss at Wrigley Field against Northwestern last week and the way it ended and the way we played and to have that defensive performance, that just shows the type of character we have in that room, not only for now but when they're husbands and fathers. And I tell them that all the time because every time we take the field, there's life lessons. And there's so many to take from this, and we'll use that tomorrow when we talk to the team about life lessons we learned from this game. So really, really thankful. Really proud of our football team. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It was a great holiday season as we prepare for where we go in the bowl game. But the Axe staying home is a big moment for at least 364 more days. So hopefully our fans really enjoy that. So with that, we'll open up for questions.
PJ, what do you feel like are the key elements to win 4 out of 5 and do something that hasn't been done here for 35 years when it comes to this rivalry?
Yeah, Andy, a great question. I think it's mindset and it's trust. You can have a mindset, but if you don't truly trust in that belief and in that process, you don't have anything. Trust comes down to time, consistency, and proof. You've been to our practices. They don't look any different than they did year one. The consistency of what that acts tough, right? That we've been watching for years. A whole period dedicated to that, all the way back from the spring and every single time we practice, setting that mindset of what really is important at the end of the day. And elite teams find a way to beat their rivals. And again, we'll talk about records and wins and scores, and those will all go away at some point. But you'll know when you beat your rival, and you'll talk about that. And that's what's so fun about college football. And that is our biggest rival. And we're 1-0 today. That's what that means. But I think that when you have that mindset, that trust piece to believe in that process and consistently stay with it, that's really difficult to do. And having the opportunity to be here 9 years is a blessing. I mean, it is an absolute blessing. Win or lose, it's a blessing. And I never take my job for granted, never take where I am for granted. I love being here. And it takes that cultural sustainability, Andy, to keep that belief system and trust going. So Mark Coyle deserves a lot of credit on that.
How big of a factor was the field position battle today, just strategic punting and being able to control it in that area?
Yeah, a few boo birds when we did punt a few times, which I get. But that was the whole game plan. It was going to be a long field for both offenses. It didn't matter who was out there today. When you're playing in inches of snow, they're shoveling the lines all the time. That is Big Ten Minnesota football right there. And if you think you're going to throw for 550 yards, I think you're crazy with that wind and all the things that were going on. We knew we were going to have to play that field position and be patient. We also knew that whoever turned the ball over, in their own zone was going to have a disadvantage. And we were able to capitalize on a few of the takeaways that we were able to get. Credit to our defense. They were swarming. They played together. They played united. They swarmed to the ball and created some takeaways. And we were +3. That was the whole point going into the week was +3, play united, and attack. And I thought we did that. Now, besides one play, you take that play away. And I thought it's even more impressive. But it's football. I mean, they have scholarships. They get paid, and their coaches too. But the field position battle was going to be critical. I thought Tom did a tremendous job of handling the elements. I think you look at the punt game, and those are two different averages. And I think that played a huge factor in this football game.
John Nestor tied for the team leading tackles, 3 takeaways, 2 tackles for loss. What do you think got into him today?
That's the way he's always played. It's good to have him back. We're not the deepest football team. We're not 3 deep, all making the same amount of money. We're not. That's kind of the business of college football right now. But we are a transformational program. But once you get past the first few, you get young really quick. And we played a lot of young players last week. And again, they fought their tail ends off and learned a lot from their experiences. But I'm really, really proud of them for what they did. But John Nestor is the ultimate competitor. I think he fits so well here. I think that's why you've seen that. I believe you've seen this growth, because when somebody fits in a program, it can escalate where they go in their life, on the field, off the field. And I hope young people really value that. Because when you find the right fit and the right people around you, it's people that can take you to where you want to go. Not just coaches, but people. Not just a program or a football team, but like people. Everybody, from the team, the players, to the coaching staff, to the administration. I think John Nestor fits us to a T. And he's the ultimate competitor. He's tough. He loves playing football, man. He loves playing football. We got a bunch of guys who love playing football. They're going to continue to get better. That's our job, to keep getting them better. But, boy, he loves playing football. And I think you all can watch it, and it's refreshing. And I'm so thankful I get to be his coach.
PJ, I wanted to ask you about the crowd.
Great to see you.
Good to see you. It seemed to be a lot of energy, and almost the cold weather brought out more energy.
I'm glad you brought that up, because, first of all, I want to thank our fans. We're 7-0 this year, undefeated at home. Now, look, your counterpiece in your headline, Randy, is going to say, we're 0-5 on the road. I love you, Randy. It was from our conversation earlier, with the headline stuff, right? So, but 7-0 for the first time since, what, Paul, the 30s? That's called home field advantage. Now, that doesn't happen overnight. That doesn't happen in a year. And you can see how fast all over the country that can plummet. Am I right? Yeah. So what our fans, our season ticket holders, and our student body is creating, and I know it's year 9, but it takes a long time to create something like that, where this is a very, very difficult place to play. Huntington Bank Stadium is a very, very difficult place to play, and it's because of our crowd. It's because of our fans, our supporters, our student body. I can't thank them enough. They were just home for Thanksgiving. They were full. And it's snowing sideways, 20 degrees. It's awesome. I can't thank them enough. And they create that atmosphere. 7-0 at home. I love that. And if you go back to a lot of our games, even last year, we're starting to build that really close against Penn State. We got some done. USC, all the ranked wins we've had. That's what you want to create. And it takes a while to create that. There's a lot of really tough places to play all over the country. And I hope we can continue to build that, fight for that, keep that. And I hope that all of the people who buy tickets and come to the games take pride in that. 7-0 since the 30s because of you. So if you don't think you matter, you're crazy. So now we all have to come from here and then go support Brosmer. First flight out to Seattle.
How would you assess the season now from beginning to where you are now in terms of, you mentioned this team has been a lot of fun to coach. Do you feel that you were able to maximize this team? How do you kind of view it as a whole?
Yeah, Pierre, I think that growth, describes this football team perfectly. They're so fun to coach because they always want to get better. They came in on Sunday. You would never thought we lost against, Northwestern at Wrigley. You had no idea. Our meetings, those were tough. But you came out to the practice field, they're ready to go. Their mind went right to Wisconsin. That doesn't happen with every team, Pierre. That doesn't happen. That every team you coach is just that way because you say, row the boat and respond. They have to believe it. They have to trust it. This team does do that. So looking at our schedule, looking at some of the close losses, but getting to the end of the season and, having another winning season is a tremendous, tremendous feat, but still leaves a lot of room left on the bone. And that's what I love about this football team, is they all came together. There were some really, really difficult moments of the season where everybody could have just folded up tent and just, packed it in. They never did that. And I'm talking about some really hard losses where some blowouts and then some one-possession loss at Northwestern. That's really tough. Cal was really, really tough. But they just continue to respond. And, again, that's what's going to make them better husbands, fathers, and better people one day. And that's why I love coaching them, because the transformational program has so much to do, not just 6-7, but has so much to do with life, that this is real life. Life's not perfect. Not every team's going to go perfect and undefeated. But, I'm just really, really proud of how they responded from last week and played the complimentary football. They were tough. They were violent. I mean, it was everything maybe we weren't last week, they were this week. So just got to continue to make it more consistent. But the growth is how I describe this team.
You did the first 5 plays or passes. Clearly trusted Drake from start to finish in the game. Was there anything about the game plan that you did sort of tweak because of the weather today?
No, we knew. I mean, we get the forecast too, Dave. Like, we know it's gonna snow. It never left that 4 or 5 hour block. It's gonna snow. And then you get to Monday and still gonna snow. In fact, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's gonna snow more. Woke up this morning, started snowing earlier than it was expected. No, I mean, we've got to be able to throw the ball in the snow, rain, sleet, wind, and Drake can do it. I think, you've got to be able to mix it up and execute, whether you're in the NFL or, think about whether you're at Soldier Field or Lambeau Field and you're in the New Yorks. I mean, you got to be able to play. Cincinnati, Cleveland, all the outdoor stadiums in January, in the playoffs in December. Like, you got to be able to do it. And so I think that's what we're also teaching our team, too, as we continue to become even more balanced as an offense. And I thought our offensive line blocked really, really hard tonight. Kept Drake upright, kept him clean. I thought our guys ran incredibly hard. That was really tough footing. I thought Darius and Feme just ran violently as well. So, but, good quarterbacks win. Elite quarterbacks, win rivalries.
PJ, first of all, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you. Halfway to 90.
I mean, you already have the wins at home. You've got the win against the Rivalry. I know you're a reflective guy, though. So, what are other things that you're, A, thankful for, B, want to do in the future?
It's a great question, Nadine. My job is to always look around corners. I think any leader's job is to, everybody's all like, be present, be present. It's really hard for leaders to be present because leaders have to look around that corner, that corner, that corner, be a month ahead, be a week ahead, be a day ahead, be a year ahead, be 2 years ahead. So I'm really thankful I get to do my job, and I'm thankful for the personality that I can do that. It matches my ADHD, whatever you want to call it. Like, however I was made, it matches the job. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for my players. I'm thankful for my awesome wife, Heather, who is just incredibly supportive. My kids, who are just dynamite children. So proud to be their dad every day and proud to just raise that football team and be a part of raising them. I'm not their dad, I'm their coach. I always make sure I make that very clear. I'm proud to be their coach. I'm not their parent. Somebody else is their parent. I'm their coach. My job is to take them from where they are to where they dream of being. And that is not an easy process. So I am thankful for that struggle and that adversity because I think that's what strengthens you as a person over time. And I'm very thankful for the people that I work for that allow me to be me, that allow our staff to be themselves. And we have a very unique culture. We have high expectations in every area of your life. But everybody gets to be themselves. It's just got to be the best version of yourself. That's what's challenging. So, very thankful. But I could keep going on. I'm a very, very, very thankful and grateful guy because if you would have told me that'd be the head coach at Minnesota for 9 years, going on 10 years, and be a head coach for 13 years, that doesn't happen to everybody. And it's above any wildest imagination and dream I've ever had. I've had it. But rarely do your dreams happen. And I get to do that. And I never take that for granted. And it's because of the people that I work with. Garrett Chernoffs and Mark Coyles and Dusty Clements. And head coach is only as good as the people he surrounds himself with. Don't ever forget that. Because I've been 1 in 11. And grateful for that too. So, anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
PG, how much time do you get to enjoy this one before focusing on signing day on Wednesday?
We'll probably make some calls tonight, for sure. I think enjoying it all is that's a fluid term because this isn't a normal job where I love when people in the off season like, so what do you do in the off season? You do like real estate, like buy real estate? No. Do you have another job? No, I don't have a job. This is my job, and it's busier out of season than it is in season with recruiting. Somebody's got to go get those players that show up. But we'll enjoy it tonight for sure. I mean, it's only your 45th birthday till midnight, so maybe we'll have it that way. And but tomorrow we'll be right back at it.
PJ, you talk a lot about looking around the corner. How much did you feel like rode on this game? Obviously, 7-5 with the Axe is much different than 6-6 without it. How do you kind of look at what might have been?
Andy, that's a great question. I take things one game at a time. We're either going to be 1-0 or 0-1. I think when you start to go down that rabbit hole of what does it mean? What does it mean for? That's all speculation. That's all pixie dust. That's all make believe. And everybody in this audience has a job to do, right? And you're very good at it. But my job is to find a way to be 1-0, and that's all that we focused on, was to find a way to keep the Axe in Minneapolis, keep it at the University of Minnesota, and we're going to do that for 364 more days at least. And college football moves so fast, as you know. So it's hard to sit there and say, what does that mean for a year down the road, 2 years down the road, 3 years? You can't do that. That's an eternity in our profession. So it was good enough for today. And today we were able to take the next right step. And then when we wake up tomorrow, we've got a whole new step to go get after. And to Nadine's question, I'm just glad I'll be excited for it.
When it comes to next steps, have you thought about bowl games, where you might go, that kind of thing?
I don't know, Mark, where are we going? Mark was like, great. Just keep complimenting me, but don't ask me any questions. I don't know yet. That'll be something that Mark and I obviously talk about, maybe even tonight or tomorrow. And the way the Big Ten selects it, you have no idea. But I think that this is a really good football team who's earned the right to play in a really good bowl game, whatever that looks like. And, we talk about 5-4 in the league and 7 wins, and especially with a lot of the teams we played and, the way we're playing right now and coming together. And I think that's great for any bowl. And it's going to be a lot of fun no matter where we go because we get to be together. Home is where you go together. And we look forward to spending another bowl game together somewhere. So look forward to it, that's for sure. But I know the win helps, so that's really good.
On and one for coach, or is everyone else set? Scott, go ahead.
Off the wall. No stocking cap clear out there? I mean, it's.
I don't think I've ever wore a stocking hat, Scott. I just don't do it. Why? There's no hair to protect. I never have. Joe Novak never did. Joe Novak was my college coach. And he never had anything on his hands and never had anything on his head. He'd bundle up. But, no, I think that's just part of – he always used to say, if you want to play in the North Atlantic, you got to train in it. And, he was a tough head coach. And I'm not saying I'm that. I just choose not to wear a hat. Just like I choose to wear a tie for all the people who got me to where I am. Because without them, I wouldn't be here. But, yeah, no, now look, fashion-wise, when Heather and I go to the mall or we're going downtown or I'll wear a hat. But, yeah, not for football. Doesn't fit me.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Row the boat, Sky Ma, go Gophers. And just want to wish the Vikings best. And congratulations to Max Brosmer getting his first start. Pretty awesome feat for Minnesota Golden Gophers. So thanks, everybody. Have a great holiday season.
Thank you.
For PJ, it's a whole year. I mean.
Yeah, they come in next.
Okay, we have Darius Taylor, Drake Lindsey, Jameson Gears. We'll go ahead and jump into questions for him.
Drake, we saw a lot of short passing game given these conditions. What did you feel like was successful with that for you guys today?
Yeah, I thought the O-line did a great job in the run game as well, and then just going through my progressions and getting through it, and then DT made some good things in the pass protection and also with checkdowns.
Drake, had you ever been in a game situation with this type of weather?
Not as much snow. I had a game in high school that was like 22, but not snow like that.
How'd you prepare for it?
I mean, I feel like it's all mental. You get out there, you just can't let it affect you.
Darius, what was your point of view on the long touchdown run?
The O-line, the tight end did a great job blocking. It was wide open. We had a safety rotate to the field, and he kind of got out of the fit, and that literally just left it wide open. So, I mean, it was a great opportunity. I took advantage of the opportunity, and it was great.
Jameson, walk us through your touchdown catch from Drake.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of dialed that up to expose some of the coverages they ran down in the green zone, and was kind of just attacking the will defender to the boundary, and then kind of made a move vertical into the open space, and Drake just kind of threw me into the end zone and some open grass, and I got up and all the guys around me and were able to celebrate with each other, and yeah, just had to get some help walking off the field, but yeah, it was fun.
Drake, how much did you think the two-back sets you guys kind of used throughout the game helped both the run and pass game? Just how you're able to change the way they were presented pre and post?
Yeah, it was really good. It gave me a good tell with coverage and pressure. That was the initial thing, and then moving them out there and seeing the look post right before I snapped the ball, I thought it was really good.
You guys in November, here's the only Big Ten team to not give away the football in any of your 4 Big Ten games. Why do you think you were able to hold on even in a game like tonight where you're +3 in the take it?
Yeah, I think it's something you preach, and sometimes it takes teams a little bit longer to figure things out. And we figured it out in November. Things we got to do at the beginning of the season, but it's a good thing to build off of.
Drake, obviously you were a part of the team last year, so you have experience winning that axe, but to play in the game, does it take on an extra meaning now, especially winning it the way you guys did?
Yeah, for sure. And I think especially for the seniors that have been in the program for 4 or 5 years, 6 years, and I mean, Derek, the captain's been here for 7 years, played the most games in Gopher history. So, I mean, when you have a guy like that and you see how much he puts in mentally, physically, and emotionally, it just makes you want to play even harder. So, yeah, it definitely did.
Did you guys have any moments with the axe, or what was it like on the field after you guys won it?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, everyone's huddled around chopping the axe. So, I mean, you don't get that opportunity very much.
How much of a bolt of energy did you guys get from John Nestor tonight?
It was a lot. He did a great job out there. He made some big plays. Our defense in the whole played really well. We gave up 1 touchdown. That was really cool to see that they were able to hold up out there, and it was a great opportunity that they gave us with those takeaways to get out on the field and make plays and present opportunities.
Jameson, what was going through your mind start to finish today, just on senior day, as you kind of reflect on your long career here?
Yeah, it was a little emotional, like coming out here in our stadium for the last time and playing in this rivalry that's so historic, and the tradition around it, and the amount it connects the 2 states, and especially the people in Minnesota, and just how much it means for the players and fans and the guys before us. It meant a lot. And, I soaked it all in and was able to, go out there and enjoy it with my fellow seniors and send us off in the regular season on the right foot. So it was amazing.
Being 7-0 at home and 0-5 away, what do you think the biggest difference is between the two?
I don't think there's too much of a difference, to be honest. I mean, you have to have better communication, and that stuff we learned out as we kept getting better at it. I thought we did a good job with Northwestern at that. But, I mean, we just got to execute at a higher level. I think that's what it comes down to, is just execution. When you turn on the film, I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
You played in the conditions tonight, but when you looked up at the student section and saw it full for the entire game and 20 degrees and sideways snow, what's it like to play in front of something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. I didn't really notice it until, end of the first quarter when we were running down, and I looked up, I was like, wow, it's pretty full. So, I mean, that's obviously, we have a great fan base, great students, great. I mean, we have 47,000 people show up tonight, and feels like 10 degrees, snowing. I mean, that's a pretty good fan base right there.
James, it's been this long, we haven't asked you about the celebration yet. Tell us about how that kind of came about and what you guys try to do together with that.
Well, we like to emphasize just celebrating together, and obviously the old linemen and tight ends were really connected, and we like having a good time. So I think it's really cool. Like when I started scoring touchdowns, that maybe we can get something to work every single time, and to just going in there as a group. And sometimes Drake is on the ground at the opposite side, so sometimes we have to find him. And we just get the guys together and just and cheers and have a good time. So I think it connects the team a lot, and you just got to celebrate the things you do well. And when we get in the end zone as an offense, we love to celebrate that, and then we go right back to work. So.
You just have to play through the injury.
Yeah. I got up. Luckily, I didn't have to move. They were all over me, but yeah, I was able to celebrate, and then I started walking. I was like, all right, maybe I need some help to get off the field real quick. But yeah, it was worth it. I wouldn't miss it.
Did each of you guys light up a cigar in the locker room?
Nah, I didn't.
I partook.
I didn't light one up, but I partook a little bit.
Yeah.
James, winning the X 4 times in your 5 years, how would you sort of sum up how you're able to do that against your biggest rival?
Man, it's something you prepare all year for. In your first spring ball practice, you hear that axe tough period, like it's time to go to work. Like that's why you come to Minnesota's for games like this and the rivalries. And we just built off the things we needed to all year. And I've been under some great guys, some great teams that were able to get it done and just take everything that they've done and the success that they've had and learn from it and mold it into our offense this year. And I think Wisconsin was playing their best football the past couple weeks, and they have a great defense. And so I think at the end of the year, it was a great challenge for all the things that we learned over the past 12 games to just come together as one. And it was big emphasis on unity this week. And it was especially in the Thanksgiving season with our turkey drive, we were all just super thankful, and I was super thankful for this last week together. And so I'll definitely cherish that with all my guys.
Drake, how important was Tom Weston tonight?
Huge. When he's in basically the back of the end zone and you see a punt find like 60 yards. It went to like the other 40, so that's like a 65, 70-yard punt with the conditions like this. That's very impressive. He's got 2 more years, I think, and he's unreal. Great human being, great player, so it's great to have him.
Taylor, being on and off the field this year with injuries, how does it feel to come back and keep that axe at home?
It feels great. Whenever I can be out there, I'm out there doing whatever I can for the team to win. So, it's great. I love playing football. It's football. You get banged up here and there, but, whenever I'm out there, I'm going to give it up my all and help the team win however I can.
Any more for the guys? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We have John Nestor, Maverick Baranowski, Derek's the captain in here. DT, thank you. They haven't played the Killers for you. I think there was some skepticism that snow was actually going to be what it was. I don't know if you've looked at the Northwestern Illinois game. They're making this one look like 70 and sunny. Oh, it's like an inch and a half. Well, even if this game would have been played in May. Maverick Baranowski. Derek the captain. John Nestor. Once they get up there, we'll go ahead and take questions. So.
When Mariano won it in Camp Randall, he brought a cigar. You guys decided to one-up him and bring the axe?
Yeah, we had to bring the axe, and We thought about bringing some cigars, but we're like, we'll bring the finished product of the week. So brought the axe.
John, you tied for the team leading tackles, counted for all 3 takeaways, multiple tackles for loss. What clicked for you tonight in the game plan where you were so impactful?
Yeah, I just want to start off by thanking my Lord and Savior, man. Everything I do is through Him. I glorify Him through everything I do. So I give Him all the glory. He put me in this opportunity to be here, and He gave me this chance to be with this great team and be with these great guys on this defense. And I give Him all the glory and thanks. I think I don't think it's a product of me at all, to be honest with you. I think it was a whole defense as a collect. I mean, if you think about it, like if you watch the play, Mav tipped that ball. Mav doesn't tip that ball, the guy catches it. So that's Mav's pick. You know what I'm saying? I owe him a steak dinner this week. But it's a group collect. Our defense was flying around. Everybody does their own job, and at everyone doing their job at such a high level, it's just wherever the plays may fall, that's where they fall. And tonight as a defense, I thought we played very exceptional.
How much did you guys take it on yourselves coming out of Northwestern, and how you guys played in that one to shut down Wisconsin the way you guys did?
That's who we are as a program. Last week didn't pan out the way we wanted it to be, but on Sunday we all made that decision to be all in all week. And at the end of the day, that's what everyone did. Everyone was in the building, nonstop, talking, like communicating, getting checks right. Everyone was like watching so much film. Even on Thanksgiving, we got guys in watching film instead of leaving early to go eat some food. So at the end of the day, that's the kind of guys that are in our room, and that's the kind of guys in our program.
And these two lead that, by the way. These are the centerpieces right here. They lead that. Well, huge credit to them.
Derek, you're a Wisconsin kid holding the axe. We saw you bring it all the way down to the student section afterwards. You get a bigger role on defense tonight in your final game. What's this type of moment be like for you right now?
It means everything, and the best part about it is that I get to do it with Mav, with John, and with the guys in the locker room, like we talked about it all week. Yeah, we're playing for the axe, but at the end of the day, we're playing for each other. Like the axe is awesome, like one of the coolest trophies in college football, but at the end of the day, it's all about playing for each other, and that's what we did out there today. And it's really special, and it means a lot. You see guys like Thomas Rush, like guys like that who helped lay the foundation for this program, and they come back, and he was able to go out winning the axe, and to be able to do that and carry on the tradition and the standard, it means everything. And it's a big moment too, just for our young guys whose first time playing in this game, and they understand the physicality now and what you have to do to get yourself ready to play in a game like this.
John, what's your perspective as a Hawkeye transfer, winning the axe in this rivalry? Kind of think of your kind of progression in your career to be in this big spot in the rivalry that you weren't a part of until this year.
Yeah, I mean the rivalry is amazing. It's really one of a kind. It's so special. Like Cap was saying, it's so special to share this moment with these guys. Just the work that we put in and week out, and we as a group collective, to piggyback off what Mav said, we all group collectively came in and we're like, listen guys, like everything you got this week, and we all got each other. We united together, and we were one together. So that was the most important thing.
Maverick, what do you think helped the defense just get so connected at all 3 levels, all the misdirection and motion and shifting that Wisconsin likes to do schematically?
Yeah, they had a great scheme, and all week we went into the game knowing they got their creative offense, and I think it goes down to our coaches. Our coaches did a great job putting us in like really elite calls, getting us trained with our eyes like all week. That was a big thing for us, is making sure all our eyes are right with all the misdirection going on. So that's a credit to all our coaches, and then everyone involved within the program getting us prepared for this game.
John, Coach Fleck has talked a lot about how good of a fit you are here after transferring, and why is that in your mind? What is about this place that fits?
Yeah, I think that when you find a special place, special people create that special place, And with the guys in this locker room and our coaching staff, and it's all led by Coach Fleck. It's from the top, bottom down. It's phenomenal. This program is amazing, and guys like Mav and Cap and all these guys are around us who lead us every day. It's truly special. Like they put the fun into football, and it's so special to be around this group, and it makes it so enjoyable and so memorable. That was amazing. It was great.
guys have had some ups and downs this year, but to end it the way he did, with it's cold weather, the snow, fans coming on the field, celebrating you, standing around where you're chopping down the goalposts. What was that like, just to kind of put a cap on this season?
Yeah, that means the world to everybody, especially the seniors. As a younger guy, we go out there and we play for the seniors. And like before the game, I'm just looking around at all the seniors in the locker room, all the guys in the locker room, and it's just playing for each other. And then at the end of the day, you put in all that work from January till now, and those are the moments that you live for when you play college football, is to win a rivalry game with your best friends, your brothers next to you, and then you get to have the community along with you as well. So that means the world to each and every one of us. And to get our seniors out on the right note, that's special for me, and I know it's special for every guy in our locker room.
Derek, you've been a fixture as a leader of this team for quite some time. When you sit back and you reflect on your career, what are you most proud of?
Shoot. I'd say the guys who took me in when I first got here and led me. I hope that I made them proud and represented the M, and held the standard to the foundation that they laid it. Every time I get asked questions like that, the first two guys I think of are Kamal Martin and Thomas Barber. Two guys who bleed for Minnesota football, put everything on the line to help build the foundation of this program. Coach Sori Marin coming in and being able to play with him, guys like Thomas Rush, like Tanner Morgan, the list goes on and on. So just honored to have been able to share the field with those guys, everybody I've been able to play with over the last 7 years. And these two right here, when you get to compete with guys like this every single day, guys like this get to be your best friend, there's nothing better than that. So I'm just extremely grateful and thankful for every single person that I've been able to step on the field with.
What was the mentality for you guys before this game? Was it just like any other one, or is the fact that it's a rivalry a bit more pressure?
I think one of the big things I've learned as I've been here 7 years, right, is at the end of the day, the game's the game. You can't make it bigger than it is. You can't make it less than it is. But every week there's a sense of urgency to, no matter what happened the week before, if we won, if we lost, whatever happened, we're going to respond to that, and then we're going to do everything we can to be 1-0 in the week that we're preparing to play. So really, the urgency, the communication, the consistency, it was where it needed to be, and that was just part of our process of being 1-0.
Do you guys think ahead to the bowl game, where you guys might go, that kind of thing?
Well, I haven't even looked at any of that stuff yet, but no, I think that's something we'll worry about down the line next week. We'll be practicing, getting back into football again, but we're going to celebrate this win, and then we'll look forward to that and going 1-0 and continue our bowl game streak.
Derek, what do you look at your football future after the bowl game? Have you looked that far ahead yet?
Nah, I'm just gonna enjoy being part of this program. I get to be a Gopher for another month and playing another game, and then after that, that's when I'll make those decisions. Obviously, I want to play as long as I can, but right now, just be in the moment with these guys and get the next few weeks to continue to help elevate the floor of the program. Right, bowl prep, that's a great opportunity for young guys to kind of get a jump start and start learning the defense, offense, special teams, all that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to bowl prep, being able to kind of pass on the knowledge I've been able to gain and also sharpen my own tools and get better at what I need to get better at. And the best part's going to be spending it with these guys and the guys in that locker room.
John, how much pride do you take in your physicality against the run?
I feel like I take a lot of pride, in just my preparation for the game. I feel like, our coaches put us in such great positions. Coach Collins, Coach Monroe, they train us so well leading up as the week. So I love to be physical. I love tackling. I've loved that since I was a little kid, but I honestly credit it all to them. They put us in such elite calls and such elite positions to be able to make plays. And at the end of the day, it just comes down to execution. And I feel like as a defense, everybody contributed at such a high level tonight, and we executed really well.
Derek, what was it like kind of stepping on the field for the last time, 7th year, and also to see the student section full for the entire game, despite the snow and the cold?
Yeah, the first question, being on the field for the last time, I've been so fortunate to be here for so long and play with so many great guys that kind of taught me, you never take any moment for granted, right? So just because it was my last one, it wasn't really anything different in terms of preparation or anything like that. Just, kind of what I said before, not making it bigger than it is or less than it is. But, yeah, it was cool. Just share a moment with my family on the field before the game. That was cool. And then right back in the locker room with the guys. You just feel at home. Yeah, but again, just blessed to be a Gopher, blessed to be here, blessed to play for this program, and just absolutely grateful.
Any more questions? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.